Hi everybody, I'm Chef Ange. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my kitchen. On today's episode, I want to show you a great, fast, easy weeknight dinner. This is shrimp tacos. Tacos are a great format for dinner because one, everybody likes them, and two, they assemble really easy and you pack everything in there. You don't have to make anything else in addition to that. These are shrimp tacos, so they're gonna come together in minutes because shrimp's one of the fastest cooking proteins out there. It's really super delicious. Before I get back into the recipe video, check the description box below. Down there's all the ingredients, the full written directions if you want a printed recipe. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel and this is your first time here, go ahead, click the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can find out when I drop new recipe and tip videos. Let's get cooking.
The first thing we're going to have to do for this recipe is make our avocado crema. And these shrimp tacos are made in the spirit of being light and a little healthier, so we're trying to cut some calories. So we're going to use this Greek yogurt, which is high in protein, low in fat, and low in calories as the base for our sauce. And we're also going to use some light sour cream that has just a little less fat and a little less calories too. So when we're adding this sauce, we're really not jamming in the calories. So now let's take these avocados and we're going to spin them around the cutting board and cut them with our knife. And this is the safest way to cut an avocado. And then we'll remove the pit just by taking our knife and jamming it into the pit and then just removing it. We'll get in there with a spoon. We'll remove the meat from the shell and that goes inside of our food processor. Now we're going to take a jalapeno, we're going to cut off the top, we're going to split it, and I like to remove the seeds because I really don't want too much heat in there. I'm looking for the flavor without too much heat, and a lot of the heat in the jalapenos is in the seeds. So we're just going to take a spoon and we'll scrape out the middle of it just so we can remove the seeds and get a lot of the hot part out, and that's going to go right inside the food processor too. Now we're going to cut off the root end of some garlic cloves, and we're going to throw that in the food processor as well. We're going to trim off all the stems off some cilantro, and we're just going to put the whole bunch in there, top stems and all. And now we're going to add the juice of a lime. And I always suggest to roll the lime a little bit. It helps loosen up some of the juice. And then we'll take our citrus squeezer and we'll squeeze the juice out of this lime right in there and get some forearm work. Really get it a good squeeze. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other half. And this is going to add some nice acidity to this sauce and really bring it all together. And now we're just going to season with a little salt and pepper. Fresh ground is always preferred, and a heavy pinch of some salt. So now I'll put the top on this food processor. I'll pulse it a little bit just to get it going, and then once everything's nice and chopped up, we'll just give it a fine blend until it turns into a nice creamy sauce. We're going to transfer this into a container, and this container is going to go in the fridge to cool down and for the flavors to come together while we get our shrimp going. So now let's talk shrimp. So I have these Argentinian red shrimp, and I got these easy peel style. So they still have the shell on, but they're already deveined, and the shell comes off really easy. This is a great way to save a couple bucks, but also at the same time save some time because cleaning shrimp can be a tedious thing, especially when they're really small and you got to do a lot of them. So I like the easy peel style, especially when I'm trying to cook dinner fast on a weeknight. Once I get the shells off of all of them, and tails included, they're off, I'm going to drizzle some olive oil over the top of these, and then we're going to give it a shot with some of my base seasoning, which is a blend of garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. This is my homemade taco seasoning, so I had a taco recipe video that came out a couple months ago. I'll throw a link up there, and the recipe for the taco seasoning is inside that video. We're also going to add a little smoked paprika for some smoky flavor and to really enhance that bright red color of that shrimp. And now we'll get in there with our hands and we'll give this a nice toss until it's well coated with the oil and that spice mixture. Now let's head over to the stove and we're going to heat a medium pan over medium-high heat, and we're going to work in batches because shrimp like high heat because they're going to try to get a sear on them, and these are going to cook rather quickly, but I want to make sure that I don't overcrowd the pan so the shrimp can get a little bit of a char on the outside and just not steam because they're overcrowding the pan. After just 1 to 2 minutes on each side, I'm going to flip them over until we get a nice color on both sides of the shrimp. And once we get all the shrimp nice and cooked, we're going to remove them. We're just going to put them in a bowl on the side. and we're going to work in batches and get that second batch. I'm just going to take a paper towel, clean up this pan just a little bit, add some fresh oil in there, and in go the other half of the shrimp, and we're just going to do the same thing again. So we want to spread them out to maximize surface area that's in contact with the shrimp. Once we get a little char going on each one, we're going to work really quickly to flip each one, and we're getting color on both sides, and shrimp cook really fast, so these are going to be cooked all the way through in just a few minutes. I like to give them just a little bit of a toss to collect any flavor that's left inside that pan, and we're going to remove these and set these aside. But while we've got the heat going on the stove, what we're going to do is we're going to warm up these tortillas authentic style. We're just going to throw them right on the burner for maybe a couple seconds each side. Please be careful with this and don't light your tortillas on fire. I did burn a couple before I made these nice ones. And the heat is just on low, and it's just a couple seconds on each side. You know it's good to turn as soon as you see like a little bit of black and a little bit of brown on there. The tortillas get nice and warm, and they also get a little bit crispy on the outside, so it has a really nice flavor. So I'm using my taco holder. I really like this. It just makes assembly really easy. We're going to put those warm tortillas in there, and we're going to put a couple slices of some fresh avocado in each one. The avocado is going to add some really nice creaminess in addition to the avocado crema sauce. And now we're just going to put some raw shredded cabbage in there for some crunch and some color. I think cabbage works really nicely in tacos, both fresh and pickled, but this is just fresh, so it's really easy. And then we're going to put 3 to 4 shrimp inside each taco shell. And we're going to lay them in there nice and neatly. Remember, presentation is really important to making good looking and tasting food. So now let's top these tacos off with that avocado crema that we made before. I put it into a squeeze bottle for easy application, but you can just spoon this on just a little bit with each one. And now we're going to add some cotija cheese. This is a great authentic Mexican cheese that you could pick up probably in any supermarket and adds a really nice flavor to tacos. And now we're just going to finish up with adding some fresh cilantro leaves to each one for a little pop of color and some freshness. If you've been to my channel before, you know I love finishing dishes with fresh herbs. Last but not least, we're going to finish this dish off with a lime wedge on the top of each one, just so you can squeeze it with some nice fresh acidity before you pop that taco in your mouth.
Now, that's how you do a fast dinner on a weeknight and you're not skimping out on flavor, because these shrimp tacos look unreal. So you're gonna serve each one with that lime wedge, and you just squeeze the lime wedge right over the top. Just that little acidity right before you eat the taco, really just gonna make all the flavors in here really shine and pop. So here we go. I mean, the shrimp, the tanginess from the lime, the creaminess and the softness from that avocado crema. This is so good. This is a really, really awesome taco. I'm gonna finish this whole thing. I'm putting it down. Wow. I mean, everything in here is so balanced. The shrimp's got a nice little chew to it. You can taste that all the flavors coming through, that taco seasoning flavor. Avocado just blends everything together. Well, I'm Chef Ange. These are my shrimp tacos. If you did like this video, give the like button a little love. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. And thanks for watching. Happy Taco Tuesday.